And here we go, folks. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Allan. Thanks for joining us this morning for coffee and vinyl.
Yes.
Yeah, I want
Cheers.
to
Cheers and good morning.
cheers and good morning. That sounds like a coin drop. I want to. Hey, thanks so much, Allan, for joining me this morning.
You're welcome, Adam.
How are things this morning with
Nice to
you?
see you.
Good to see
Doing,
you.
doing pretty well. My dog is fed, I'm fed, and all is good.
Your dog is fed, you're fed, and all is good. Okay,
Yep.
cool. I gotta figure out how to get the names on show the display names. That would be you. There you go, Allan C Records.
That's it. That's me.
What was
Every
that
time
noise?
I get a message, you hear the bottle cap. That's what that is.
What kind of message? Like email?
Yeah, email, text. That's what I get. It sounds like
Okay,
someone opened a bottle and the cap fell.
there you go. At first, I thought it was I thought it
I'm gonna,
was a coin
I'm gonna,
drop.
yep. I'm gonna turn it down so we don't hear that.
It's totally cool. I was just looking around to see if Jesus was coming back or if the comet was coming after me. Did you see that
Yeah.
yesterday in the chat?
So how many people are tuning? How many people we got tuning in? I can't see.
Oh, there's 5 people.
Nice.
5 excited people to see what's happening, and then you make 6 and me make 7. Yeah. So yeah. Allan, you were telling us last week that your record shop had sent out an invitation to you to do some crate digging.
That is correct.
Well, tell
And
us
lo and
about
behold,
what happened with that.
well, it was very exciting. Yesterday, my local shop opened up at 3 o'clock, and there was special invitee only people that can come by. Today, he's opening up to everybody.
Mhm.
And I was one of 7 or 8 people that were invited, and I ended up being the first in.
The
But some
first?
other guy, and then another guy followed soon after that. But we pretty much had different ideas of what we were going to pick up. I guess he was asking me what I wanted. I said, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's nothing that interesting."
Oh, I'm
You know,
just looking
because
for right there.
yeah, because people want to see if they can get to first of maybe what you want. You know. But anyway,
Of course.
long story short, this gentleman had everything set up in alphabetical order, pretty much, and he had a prog area. He had a rock area, a jazz area of Eric. So he did a great job. He brought out a collection of over 1,200 records. And a lot of the stuff, was common stuff, some not so common.
Yeah.
But I did some digging and I found some good stuff.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Good morning, Stephen. Wow. So, how long did it take you to look through the records?
I was probably there about an hour and 15 minutes. That's about it.
I remember one time I had an estate sale, and there was people lined up to get in. It was like on a Friday night at 7 p.m. or 6. It was an evening. I had to close, and I reopened just for this. And I will never forget, Martin was the first person in line. And Martin went through, and it was just like a big loop or snake of records to look at, and they were all on the floor.
Oh,
They were
well,
on the floor.
luckily these were not on the floor. You could stand and look through. I didn't have to do any bending. So it was very easy just walking in and just start looking through them. They were in big plastic tubs, everything.
And it took Martin 1 hour, 20 minutes just to look at every title as he went around and looked at every record. And he was worn out. Good morning, Donald. How are you?
Good morning.
What state was that in, Allan? See?
NJ.
NJ. Very cool. So that's my maintenance guy. He's here to check on the electrical for upstairs. I'm in
I love the background back there, but right behind you, Adam. That's great.
Yeah.
I have a Pink Floyd shirt on, and you have the big display of Pink Floyd. How fitting.
I got a few of my records back there, not many, just a few. But thank you, sir. I like your shirt too. Um, when we were setting up StreamYard, Alan stood up and I was able to check out the shirt. So, were you able to find any cool records in that estate?
I think they were cool. We'll
Well,
have to see what other people think.
what's all about what you think? I wanna
Yep.
hear, I wanna hear what you got. I want to see what you
I
got.
I think they're cool. So you want me to start now?
Yeah, it's all about.
You want to, no more teasing, just get right to it.
Absolutely.
These are not in any particular order. They're just stacked here. And the first thing, well, I actually have, I guess each grouping that I have are in a specific order. But I am a big ELO fan. I don't know how many people out there love ELO, but I'm going to start out with two promos that I got. You ready?
I'm ready.
Now, this one was labeled as new ELO. So here we go. Ready? Here's the front of the cover. New ELO. New. That's it.
That's new.
Now let's take out the record so we find out what's new. Now, this one, I'm going to tease you a little bit first before I get into detail. But here's the label.
Jet.
Living Thing on Jet Records.
Yep.
And you can see it's DJ use only. And it's one-sided, because if you flip it around, there's nothing on the other side.
Is the vinyl blank on one side?
Yeah. Now here's the special. Now here's the special view. Now here's something that's really special about this, and that my eyes lit up when I saw it. Ready?
Oh, cool.
It's on a clear, really nice blue.
That is cool. Very cool.
So back when this came out, I believe in 1977, if I'm correct. Yep. No, 76, sorry. 1976, this was off a New World Record LP. And when I saw this, my eyes lit up because I really love ELO and I really love that song.
When you play it, let us know if it's a different mix.
Okay, yeah, I didn't get a chance to play any of these.
Uh-huh.
Now the next one up is also a promotional piece by ELO, and this was right behind that one, and I grabbed this one as well. And this came from the radio station KMSC, so that might stand for South Carolina.
KNSC?
There you go. You might know that. I don't know.
KMSC.
Yep.
Well,
does that SC stand for South Carolina?
Well, it could, but if it's west of Mississippi, the radio call letters and the television call letters start with a K.
Oh, okay.
And if it's on this side of Mississippi, like I am in North Carolina, it would be W. And so KMSC is a college radio station.
Oh.
Morningside College in Sioux City, Iowa.
Wow.
So Morningside, Sioux City.
So this is also a promo, and this is Mr. Blue Sky. Now, you would think, because the title of this record, this came out in 1978, is Mr. Blue Sky, it would be on a colored vinyl. But it is not on a colored vinyl. You would think this one would have been on a blue vinyl, correct?
Mm-hmm.
But here is the label. And this is double-sided and actually has the song ×2 on it. And on the back, it's stamped property of KMSC. So I don't know how he ended up with this in the big collection he bought, but whoever he bought it from maybe was in that area of where this radio station was back in 1978. So I was really pleasantly surprised to find these two promotional 12-inch records from ELO.
Well, very cool.
And the last ELO record I have is another interesting one. Now, everybody has seen this before.
Oh, yeah.
The Out of the Blue album.
And it's a
It
good
has,
one.
yes, it is. I love this album. It's got a lot of good, great songs on it that got also a lot of radio play. But this has all the inserts. It has a promotional Mr. Blue Sky mono and stereo single that came with it on Jet Records.
Oh,
If you flip it, so it's got a stereo version and also a mono version.
well, that's cool. Two different mixes.
And then it has all the other stuff that came with it, which normally you don't find. It has this little mini poster of the band.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Lynne, all the other members. So I actually had this LP, but it doesn't have the guts to it. Here you could order your own shirt. Look at that. That's a lovely shirt and a lovely gal that's wearing it.
How much was it cost to get a shirt?
Well, let's see. T-shirt. You can get a poster for $3. Okay. Small, medium, large, extra large, $5 each. Men's, women's, child, $4.50 each, and a ladies' French cut, $7. Not bad for 1978.
Well, Greg, when you place your order, will you order an extra one for me?
Sure.
Okay, thanks.
And then you can get a poster.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a book, fan club book. Look at that.
I love those companies.
Kiss used to put a lot of these type of things in their records.
I love those company order forms. Now, did yours come with the spaceship?
Oh yeah, we didn't get that far yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It also has this. There's another special offer. You can read it better than I can right now because it's blocking my face.
Yeah, what's that for? I haven't seen that one before.
This is, let's see, ELO Out of the Blue is offered to you in the most unique art print form, almost 2 feet by 3 feet in size.
Wow, that's awesome.
Send $4.50 check or a money order, and you can get this. But what you said before, you mentioned it does have the cutouts of the spaceship.
There you go.
There it is.
Oh, that's
uncut, and it has the directions on the back.
That is
cool. You can make your own spaceship. So there was a lot of goodies in this, but it gets better. It's not over yet. Let's take out one of the records.
Oh.
I'm sure, Adam, you're a record guy. You probably know what I'm about to show.
Oh, yeah, I got a couple of those in my library.
Here we go. Yet another colored vinyl.
Very cool.
This is the rare pressing of this. Typically, this double LP set was in black vinyl. This is the rare blue vinyl.
Very cool.
Yep. I never had this in my collection. I just had the standard black.
Mm-hmm.
So I was surprised. I mean, yes, these were not dollar records by any means, but they weren't overpriced either. They were, they were a very good price. That's all I'm going to say. This guy is not a rip-off. He doesn't rip you off. He as long as he's making a little money, he's happy.
Well, there you go. Well, it's great.
And he bought a whole collection. So, there was, a lot of the things that I even picked weren't even big buck records, believe it or not. There were people there that bought records that I, already had in my collection, so I didn't really need them. So. What I found, I was very happy with, and I didn't pay tons of money either. So, very fortunate.
That's cool.
And I know this guy pretty well, so he doesn't, he's a good guy.
Very cool.
Yep. I mean, I'm just trying to, sorry, I'm for a little delay. I'm just trying to put this stuff back in here. So chat away, whoever's chatting.
Chat away, whoever. Well, Mike is chiming in. Atlanta, James T, not Adam. Yeah.
I can't really see anybody's comments.
It's okay.
If anybody's commenting, thank you very much.
I'm up on the screen. I'll pop
You
some.
want me to take a break from this, and you want to carry on about something else? Or?
No. I mean, I haven't pulled anything. I don't have anything ready. I'm here with you for sure. We could all talk about cool records and vinyl.
Well, if anybody wants to talk about ELO, go for it. I'll listen. You can put things up there.
I like ELO. I'm trying to think. Do I have everything? I probably have in my personal listening library. I like ELO, so I probably have everything up to the point where they, they just kind of took a break, and
Yeah,
some of the guys went their own way, and
yeah,
like when Jeff Lynne got involved with George Harrison and doing some Traveling Willoughby's stuff, and so that may have been during the time. I need to visit the ELO Wikipedia page, but that may have been the time that they stopped.
I also have a couple of their later albums. You know how they had King of Rock and Roll. Was that the name of the song? Rock and Roll is King. Sorry. I think that song came out in 1983. That was a really good send-off song. I remember that album had a couple of good hits on it. I'm trying to remember the title of the LP, but
and then Jeff went and re-recorded some of the ELO records and released them, and then he put together a new ELO. Then some of the guys,
I lost interest after it was called a new ELO. I lost interest.
Yeah, and there was some concerns about using certain names as for certain people to perform. Some of the guys were part of ELO that wasn't Jeff.
Yes,
it can be an interesting family reunion read.
Yeah. Well, now Jeff's back on tour with Jeff Lynne's ELO.
Jeff Lynne's ELO, yeah.
I heard it was pretty good before obviously this COVID canceled all concerts, but I don't know if I think he was mostly playing in Europe. I could be wrong. I don't know if he played around.
I saw some stuff. I saw some stuff online. Secret Messages. I have that one. And
yeah, that's one of the last albums.
And Balance of Power. Oh, that's a mistake, folks. Oh, Balance of Power. I have that one, but I just couldn't get into that record.
Yeah, I didn't get into that one either, to be honest. It wasn't very good.
Yeah, for a second there, I thought it was an ELP record, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. But yeah. So
my favorite album is a New World record. I love that record.
New World record. That is a good one. Yeah, I guess for me, when my first memory of getting into ELO was Out of the Blue, and I just thought it was a wonderful record.
Double LP.
Yeah, it was great that they had wonderful radio hits, but it was kind of like some of the other things I enjoyed much better than the radio hits that you heard over and over and over. So yeah, it's hard for me to choose a favorite, but I would definitely say Out of the Blue definitely holds up there really high for me. As far as the new ELO, there were so many talented guys that were part of ELO. I would love to see ELO, with as many original members as possible playing out now. And because, they were there from the beginning, they were there from the second, the third record on, and they really could appreciate the money if they were part of it.
Yeah, the best era of ELO was probably 75 through 79. I would think that's my favorite, I guess.
Yeah. Donald says there was a video of his concert in Wembley Stadium on HBO. It was really good. And I would say if you were to watch the new ELO Jeff Lynne concert, it is great. But, one of the things we're missing is the focus on the guys who played the strings together, the focus on the guys who did analog synthesizers and versus bringing the digital stuff in.
I'm not sure of his name, but I think the only original band member that's with Jeff currently is the keyboard player, piano player. I guess he's an original.
Oh, that's cool.
Sure. That's it. Because I know people made comments about, well, at least he's got the original keyboard player.
Bonk. Yeah, absolutely.
But not everybody, I think one of the members has passed, and I guess they just They're not as friendly as they all once were. That's what it comes down to.
Absolutely. I'm sorry, I'm having to text my maintenance guy here at the building.
Uh,
One of the girls upstairs, she has a salon, get your eyebrows done. She
hmm.
she's lost electricity. Um, yeah, well, cool. Yeah, I like Yella and very good stuff there.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I figured I'd start out with ELO since it's one of my favorite bands.
sounds good.
Yep. All right, you want me to start showing more, or you tell
Sure,
me?
sure. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right, I picked up this oddball record because I do like some folky blues at times. Like to
Uh-huh.
listen to it, put me in a different mood. I picked up this John Lee Hooker LP called Folk Blues on United Records.
Oh,
Really nice, clean copy of it. This might be a second issue of this, even though it is from the 60s, probably.
yeah.
Here's the back of it with the titles. And this record is super clean. So this is another one I didn't have in my collection that I picked up. And I really love this label. It almost reminds me of the Crown label
Yeah.
because it actually looks just like it because of the writing on it. By looking at it, you tell me what you think. Remember the
Absolutely.
black Crown label?
Yeah. It could have
Doesn't
been
it keep?
it could have been pressed at the same plan. It could have been the same person to make it happen.
Yep, but it's a really clean record. I was surprised the condition of it. Actually says United Superior label, long play 33. I'm curious to find out how good this plays, what it sounds like.
Oh yeah,
But as you can see, it's super clean. There's not a mark on the record.
that's
Looks
great.
like the day it was pressed.
Oh, cool. Hopefully it's going to sound great.
Yeah, I hope so. It's in stereo, so I don't know if it's fake stereo or.
Or just the word stereo put on there.
Well,
Uh,
that's true too.
and Donna was saying that that Wembley concert had a string group on stage.
Nice.
Squirrel was saying that Discovery is another great ELO.
Yes, I love Discovery. 1979. All right, now this is a common album, and believe it or not, I've never had this in my collection. I've had the cassette years ago that I bought brand new when it came out, but I've never had this album on LP, and I think it's a great album. And it's from an Eagle, Don Henley. I Can't Stand Still.
Oh yeah,
Never bought this on vinyl. So when I saw this, I was like, well, I gotta have that.
that is
My
cool.
opinion, this I'm not going to take the record out because it's nothing really special about the album itself. But
Sure.
I don't know if you ever heard this whole album, the through side A and B, side 1, 2, but I love this whole album. It brings back so many memories of the Eagles when Don Henley left and made his solo albums. This has the song "Dirty Laundry" on it. I just love this whole album. If I don't know if anybody out there
I like it
likes this
too.
album, but
That one's not as easy to find as the other record he had.
right, it has "I Can't Stand Still" on it. I just love this album. It just brings back more simpler times and better days. From I think this album came out in what, 82, 83. I can't remember. I know it's from the early 80s. 82. But it's before cell phones. Life was a lot simpler when this album was released. So that's just a common album that I really love and have never had it on vinyl, which is amazing to me.
Yeah. Donald said that's his favorite Don Henley album. Yeah.
Yep, can't blame them. Now this album, I have no idea about this artist, and the cover is kind of weird. Maybe I have no idea who this is. Maybe Adam or the audience, people watching, knows anything about this band, but I had to get it just based on the title, and it's really strange. I got a kick out of it when I saw it, but let's see what everybody thinks. If they ever heard of it. Ready?
Oh, Juicy Lucy. I love Juicy Lucy.
I
I've
have
never
nothing.
copy it.
What type of music is it, Adam?
It's just it's just rock and roll, a little bit of psych feel, a little bit of garage, a little bit of a prog, but it's
Now,
rock and roll.
oh, okay. I'm looking forward to listening to it, but it's just funny. Look at what it says. Get a whiff at this. So, and then it says nice over here. Yeah. I don't get. I didn't get. When I saw this, I'm like, what the hell is this? And this
Absolutely
is a and
awesome.
this is a and this is a promotional DJ copy.
That's cool. That is so cool.
Even the owner of the record shop that I went to never even heard of this band.
Yeah,
He goes,
I think I have one of the records, but not that one.
and here's the other. There's the back of the cover. Look at that.
That is so cool.
And this, believe it or not, is a white label promo. That's another reason why I got it. I love this Atco white label promo.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get a whiff of this.
I thought it was a comedy album at first. I don't know what it was. But I got this for $5, so the price was right.
That was a steal.
Yep.
That was a steal. They're very good. Well, that was a good deal. How about that? That was a steal. Yeah.
You want me to continue now, or?
Yeah, go right ahead.
I seem like I'm the main focus of this show.
You are. You're the guest. It's all about Allan today. So there we go.
All right.
And coffee.
Yes. The next one I'm going to show is Nas. And this is another, check it out, promotion copy. So I was very pleasantly surprised all the goodies that were there yesterday.
So I own 4 copies of that record, Allan.
I'm sorry?
I own 4 copies of that record.
Oh, and the promo too?
Well, I think everyone I've ever seen, other than the reissue, has the promo sticker on it. But so one copy I have is factory sealed from the 70s.
Okay.
Late 70s. I cannot open it. I cannot open it.
No.
The other 3 copies are in poor condition. Every time I find that record, it's either sealed or poor condition. And I can't wait to see the vinyl for that one.
Okay. Well, here's the label.
Very cool.
It's a sample copy. And here's the best part.
Exactly. And that's the reason I keep all 3 of them that are in poor condition, because they're beautiful.
Well, this one's really clean.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's not a mark on it that I can see.
Well, you're very fortunate for that, sir. You're very fortunate. May you enjoy it forever. That is a wonderful record.
I love that label, SGC.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Adam. I'm looking forward to playing. I'm looking forward to playing all of these.
That's the only Todd Rundgren related things that I have in my personal listing library.
Oh.
I have 3 poor copies and 1 sealed copy. I still play the poor copy.
Do you have the self-titled Nas too, the first one? Because this is considered the second LP, right?
I can't recall, but that's the one I like. I like that one. Yeah.
But I love the white label with the red vinyl. That looks cool.
Mm-hmm. I may even have a yellow label that's red. I can't recall right now.
Oh. Now, go ahead.
One of these days I'll make a database. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have. My records are just, well, I have one big shelving area where everything's alphabetized, but then I have other containers that they're not.
Right. And it's okay if you buy a second copy of something.
Now do you know any interesting tidbits about this Police Synchronicity album?
I know a lot of things on it. The first thing I look for is breast. Does that have any breast on it?
Oh, here's the back and the front.
Yeah. Hey, Allan, would you? I'm gonna show you something. Would you Would you angle the record a little bit like that, and that way the glare is less?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I
So what are
love
you
the record.
what are you looking for?
Breast. So we usually count how many breasts are on the cover, front and back.
Hmm.
So there's Sting as well as a female. So I
Oh,
think the most I've ever seen on that record is 7 breasts. How many breasts do you have?
I'm not really sure. Can you tell by looking at this or no?
Uh, okay, what about the other side? There's one right there at the top center. There's Sting. Yes,
Okay.
I think you have one breast. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
do you know any other interesting information about this record at all?
I do, Alan. I do. I know a whole bunch about that record, but I don't want to spoil your presentation. So take it
Okay.
away, sir.
I don't know if it's going to show up with the lighting. I have no idea. Probably not. I think you have to look through a light. You know what I'm talking about, Adam?
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, this copy of this record is one of the rare ones because if you hold this up to a light, which you're not going to see it, not going to see it here. You can see through it, and it's like a bluish haze purple color, which that's what this one is. You can see through it,
Hmm.
but you can't. I can't do it here.
Yeah. They're they're beautiful records. I mean, they sound good.
Yep.
I've what color did you say yours? A bluish.
Yeah, like a bluish purplish.
Yeah.
But you have to hold it up to light to really see it.
Right. Right. And I've seen so many variations of the blue and the purple.
Oh, okay.
I've seen some that are just like beautiful purple. I've seen some that you know um, has
I
more.
always found, I always found it interesting that it was never labeled as such.
Mm-mm, not at all. And I've
No.
also had it in brown and I've had it in black.
Oh, wow.
I think the brown is pretty rare and I think the black is pretty rare. But it sounds phenomenal. That's a wonderful, wonderful record that sounds great on the table. And not to mention, it's a wonderful record to begin with. Thanks for stopping by, Vinyl Rundown. Yep.
You mean now this record I had to have because I have never seen this hype sticker, and I'm really into hype stickers. I know it's weird, but I found a copy of Aerosmith Toys in the Attic original with the shrink on it, and it has a nice big hype sticker on it, which I really loved. So I had to get it. Includes the
Oh,
hit
wow.
single "Walk This Way." Have you ever seen that, Adam?
I have not. I have not seen that. That's cool.
Yep, I never. Even when I saw this album brand new, I never saw this sticker. So this is kind of an oddball. Had to have it. And in the shrink, no less. You never see this in the shrink still.
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm trying to see there's a sticker of back here with the record company. I mean the record store it was bought at. I don't know if that says Country Die Records or something. Wait. It's really small lettering. I don't know what the heck that says. Little sticker back there. And then this is interesting. This is one of my favorite Foreigner albums, Head Games, and this is a promotional copy. It's got the gold promo copy, not for sale there, and then it's got the Song loan for promotion only sticker. I've never seen this Foreigner album with that.
That is cool. That
But
is very,
the label's just a regular label, not promo label. I don't think.
sure.
Yeah, it's just your standard. I love this album by Foreigner.
Right.
Wrong way. But I found that interesting to find a Foreigner album with that.
That is very cool. Vinyl Rundown says I have the black and white cover and the gold cover variant of the Police. I think I've
Oh,
seen the black and white, which is um, pretty rare. But there was Allan. There was either 35 or 36 different covers for Synchronicity.
wow. I wasn't aware of that.
There was a time that I had a goal of collecting every one of them, and
Oh, yeah.
I was like,
Then you
what?
gave up on that.
I gave up on it because, for one thing, it's hard to identify which one's different.
Yeah.
Unlike some, I mean, like A B C D E F, A B C D E F, yeah, which was Into the Outdoor, had 6 variant covers.
Yeah,
And
on the inside. And they were watercolor, right?
the inner sleeves, you could
inner-
do some water, and it would, yeah. And then Abacat by Genesis. There's 4 different covers for that, and I just love it when there's with stuff like that. Well, Vinyl Rundown, I would love to see your black and white cover. That would be really cool. And I'd love to see the gold variant. I'm not familiar with that one, but
oh.
sounds great.
How many people we got watching? I'm looking at the
We have 9. We have
oh,
9. There's always playback, and after this is over with, people play back and the numbers go up. So yeah,
yeah, well, thank you very much for everybody who has tuned in.
there's 1 million people watching, Allan. So there you go.
A lot of people. All right, you ready for the next one?
I am.
Or should I save some for the next time?
Well, it's totally up to you, but whatever you decide, I'm ready.
I still got a stack here. All right, I'm a fan of this band, and I have never seen this before. How many people like picture discs?
Oh, I
That's
do.
one of them. I'm about to show. Well, I have a few. I think I went a little overboard, but I've never seen this one before. This is ZZ Top Eliminator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about the glare.
There you go. Oh, that looks better. Yeah.
Yeah. I got a too close up of my face. And here's the back with the guys. Now, of course,
Very cool.
I probably won't play this because the sound quality will be awful. But it was nice. It was nice to grab the picture disc. Uh-oh.
I'm sorry. It's just the maintenance guy knows this building more than I do. I probably know it, and I'm just below him. I know this building so well. So yeah, keep on going, Allan.
Keep going. Keep them coming. All right, I got 2 Fleetwood Mac albums to show. Very interesting ones. I mentioned hype stickers before. Love the hype stickers. I don't know why. It's another thing I have. I like to collect hype stickers. This is the self-titled Fleetwood Mac with a unique hype sticker that I've never ran into before. How about you, Adam?
I'm going to highlight you and take a look. Over my head. Oh, I've never seen that hype. That is awesome.
It's got the original price tag from the store, HC.
HC. HC.
It's in the shrink, of course. But when I saw that hype sticker, I was like, my eyes lit up like, wow, never saw that before.
Wow.
And here's the back.
So cool.
One of my favorite Fleetwood Mac LPs.
That is a good one.
And then here's a copy of Rumors. Now this might be a reissue because I noticed the cover is a different color. It's like a yellowish tan color background, but this is
Mhm.
also in shrink. But no hype sticker, but it's in the shrink.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
You see
Can
how
you,
it's different? The
I
color's slightly
do.
different. It's like
Yeah.
a yellowish color.
Um, absolutely.
But these were in there back to back with the shrink on them, and I'm like, well, I'm taking them. And the records are real clean, so I love
That
the
is,
shot of the band in the back, and Stevie Nicks look really good there.
oh yeah, that is very cool. Now, can you tell if the cover is textured?
No, this one's not textured, so it might be a reissue. But I like to see this in the shrink. It's nice, but it's not a textured cover. No.
So the textured cover confused me for years. Um, oh, Vinyl Rundown said that he featured both of those in his most valuable records video. Um,
Oh, very good.
um, uh, Vinyl Rundown. Two things. Could you put a link to your channel in the comments? And would you like to join me one morning for coffee and vinyl, and we can talk about cool things just like that?
Oh, you know what? I just noticed this, and I didn't notice it when I first picked it up. This is a Columbia House release. It says
Oh,
manufactured by Columbia House under license, so maybe that's why it has this different yellowish, tannish looking cover.
yeah.
It's almost like a yellow.
Yeah, and so we used to have a record shop in town called In the Groove, and Greg, wonderful guy, and he when I met Greg, it just so learned that he and I shared a lot of the same interest, and I'm the
Yeah,
person who buys every copy of Whipped Cream and Other Delights I can find, and and he does too. And so one day he took his wall and just filled it full of those, and then he noticed the variations in the values, the colors, the colors, the
wow.
tones. Some were darker, some were lighter, some were a little more this color, a little more the color. So I've seen that with I've seen that with a lot of records. So yeah,
I guess it depends on where they were manufactured. I guess the
and
company.
we're a little out of brown ink, so we use a little more yellow. I mean, just crazy stuff like that. It was the end of the day. Uh,
Yeah,
it was Monday morning. They got started, and they're like, all sorts of things. They always say never buy a car that was manufactured on a Friday or a Monday, but
yeah.
just stuff like that. Thanks for the invite. My name's Greg. Hi, Greg. Thanks
Hey,
for
Greg.
thanks for joining us.
Thanks
Um,
for watching.
thanks for watching.
All right, now I got three. I got three back to back to back picture discs. I went a little overboard. Oh man, but I
What
do
record?
like the group. I do like the group Rush as well.
Ooh,
I got three Rush picture discs back to back to back.
whoa!
Ready?
I am ready. Let's highlight you. Oh, such a good record. Uh, uh,
Power Windows. It says collector's edition picture disc version. So, but I'm not going to take it out of the plastic. It's inside the plastic. I think this might be. I don't. I think these may be imports, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think they are.
as cool as I like pictures disc too, Allan, I do not like the sleeves they come in, and I
Yeah,
got to find a better sleeve because it seems like um, whenever I find a vintage picture disc, and I
yeah,
go to inspect it, it seems like the sleeve wants to almost attach itself to the vinyl. So I
yeah.
got to
I made sure these weren't sticking, and they're not sticking together. So
yeah, and so I got to find a
I'll,
better presentation and storage for picture discs because we want them to look good because they look great. That's the reason we buy them.
I actually want to put these in. I'd like to put these in a frame and just put them on the wall.
Yeah, absolutely. And
But
so
here's hemispheres. I took this one out. I love this one.
naked. Yeah, very cool.
Both sides look the same. And yeah, luckily this is in one of those plastic sleeves that the record doesn't stick to. So that's a good thing.
That is a good thing. So
Because I
yeah,
wouldn't have purchased them if they were sticking together. Definitely not. And this has a cut corner. I guess it made it to the cutout bin. Nobody was buying it back in the day. I'm so happy that this guy was able to buy this collection.
oh, absolutely.
And the next one is limited edition. I'll take this one out also.
I'm gonna solo you. Oh, Rush. Okay, gotcha. Is that what's the name of that record?
I'm getting close up.
It's still a little difficult to see. Show of hands. Uh,
Let's
I'm
see
not as
here.
familiar as Rush as some, but what's the name of the record, Alan?
Time Stand Still.
Time Stand Still. Okay, gotcha.
Yep. Yes. Really nice. This actually might play pretty well. I don't know. Who knows? You know, picture just don't always sound that great, but
They don't, but they sound so much better now than they did, from the 70s and 80s.
well, these are from the 70s and 80s. So
Yeah, yeah.
these
They
are
weren't
not. These
known
are not.
for their,
These are not new releases.
yeah,
These are definitely not new releases. That's for sure.
but they sure are cool to look at. That's for sure.
Yep. Yeah, I actually would like to put these in a big. I don't know if I have to get a custom made frame, but I would love to have these in one big frame to fit all three right in a row. You know what I mean? On the wall. Now here's a great record that I got, and I've always wanted this LP, and I've never found it until yesterday. It's "The Tighten Up" by Archie Bell and the Drills.
Oh, that is a good record.
Yeah. And I finally found the whole LP. Not just the single.
Many apologies. That is a good record. Makes you want to shuffle your feet every time you hear it.
Yep, and it's on this Atlantic label, so it's, I guess, an original.
Yeah, I like that Atlantic label. I'm going to solo you real quick.
Yep, it's beautiful. And look at the condition of it too. Almost like unplayed.
Very cool.
In stereo.
In stereo.
Atlantic stereo. Not mono, but stereo. Yeah, so I was very happy that I was able to get to that record crate showing. All right, I have about 5 or 6 more. You want to take a break?
If we take a break, we could resume another day. Of course, I'd love to have you back as a guest another time, and we can talk about whatever you like to talk about, whatever records you like to show. I'm all about that happening.
Yeah, you do some talking now.
Okay, great. I am so distracted because of the electrical problems in the building today, and texting back and forth with the handyman, or not the handyman, the building maintenance or the building supervisor, the cool creative director. He's amazing. I love him to death, and I'm so glad that we have a good relationship. Because a lot of times he just calls me up and says, "Hey," and I'll be like, "Okay," and so that's really cool. And so we're safe now, social distancing and things like that, and so that's really cool. As far as records, I could use a buyback like that your guy got. So that's just amazing. But you've always had an opportunity, Alan, to pick up some really cool records and to make some really good videos about it on your channel. I think
Yeah,
I met you through Mean Mr. Mayo, Joe,
yeah,
Mean Mr. Mayor. His name is Joe. I met you.
yeah, and he has a great channel. Yes.
Yeah, and there was a time that we could watch a live stream, and as the names would scroll, as people would comment, we were able to click on the name and go to the channel. We don't
Yeah.
have that luxury anymore. YouTube took that away from us.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't allow you to check out someone's channel like that. All it says now is
Right.
report somebody, or
And that's why I was saying, put a link to your channel in the chat. And here's a link to Alan's channel right here. And if you haven't, folks, please free because sometimes it's not as easy to search for someone's channel as we
yeah.
think it is. And so there you
Thank
go.
you, Adam.
Yeah, absolutely. And internet is a wonderful thing. YouTube's a wonderful thing. I learned so much about music and people. And as cool as the internet is and as cool as YouTube is, sometimes it's hard to make the connections. And so
Yeah.
uh, I have hopes that YouTube will make it a little more social networking. We'll make that happen a little more.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
not sure why they took away that. Like, if you click on someone's name, you see their channel. I don't know why they take things away like that.
Don't know either. I don't know. It could be a dozen. I would just be I'll just be guessing if I were to talk about that. But
Yeah.
yeah, Alan, we are coming up on an hour here, so um, yeah, and
51 minutes already. That was quick.
oh yeah, I know exactly. You turn around, and the next thing you know, bam,
Yeah.
where and I remember before the pandemic, before the shutdown, I would get online at nighttime just to do a hangout and talk about vinyl, the vinyl bunch, and next thing you know, it was 6 hours, and I'm like, I got to get out of here, folks. And so it's just awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's nice to talk about records, and
Yeah.
everybody that there's a lot of YouTube channels out there, obviously, that talk about music, records, show records. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that love vinyl and like listening.
Well, that's for
I
sure.
There's nothing better than putting a record on a turntable. I mean, I have CDs. Obviously, CDs are convenient for your vehicle, your car, or if you want to, you don't feel like getting up and down, you just want to put six. If you have a 6 disc changer, whether it's your car, your home stereo, to put them in and just let them play away. But I do love, vinyl's the top of the best way to listen to music, in my
I
opinion.
love vinyl too. I love CDs. I love my reel to reels. I love being able to build a iTunes library and just hit play and go about your work all day long without having to monitor things. Um, yeah. Oh, you're so welcome, Michigan. Absolutely, Greg. No, Michigan Record Club. That's different than Greg. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we're just hanging out, talking about music. Looks like Squirrel Away has some cool jazz records and some new pressings, rarities, and cool things like that. And yeah, so for me, like you, Alan, I probably your sugar listening to vinyl is a wonderful way to get a good sound. And I just love the sound of vinyl. I love the warmth. I love a clean record that's quiet
Yeah.
and a yellow out of the blue. You really need a clean copy of that record to enjoy it
Yes.
and things like that. And so yeah, absolutely. Alan, I hope you join us again another day and
Yeah.
come back as often as you like. And uh, everyone else, reach out to me. I'm going to put my email address right here. You can reach out to me. I'd love to have you as a guest on. Um, yeah, please feel free to reach out and we'll just keep it going.
I appreciate you having me today, Adam. It was nice to be on.
Absolutely. And in the meantime, cheers, everyone. Oh, look, my coffee's separating from the.
Oh, wow.
I think
Yeah,
this is.
did you add something else to that coffee? Is that why
Well,
it's separated?
just like in the image there, I love my cold brew coffee, and
No.
so, I buy it and I can dilute it. So I usually add water and almond milk or coconut milk. And so,
and here's to everybody who tuned in and who will tune in.
and I appreciate it. And yeah, if you're watching the replay, thank you so much. We appreciate it a bunch. And yeah, so Allan, come back soon and we can hear more about the records. Not only you picked up yesterday, but some of the cool records that you enjoy listening to at home.
Okay. And Adam, I just got a quick question for you.
Yes, sir.
When is the next record auction? There's a plug for you.
I've got to go to Selma today, and I've done some CD stuff, and so the Raleigh location will be open tomorrow. I'm still doing one at a time in store, and it's so scary, Allan. And so I'm still invoicing, and I'll do my best to get some together because I got to clean up the Raleigh shop. It's a huge mess just because it's become a big shipping facility and like that. I'm by myself trying to do it all, trying to live a life, and thank God for Coffee and Vinyl because it's given me a break from everything. And
Coffee and the vinyl. I love the way that sounds.
Thank you so much. It helps me get started in the morning. It gives me a reason to get up and get out here early in the morning. And darn it, I keep reaching for Richard Dolan to join me one morning. But
yeah, I'm surprised he didn't chime in today. I guess he's sleeping.
I just can't get him to get up early in the morning to join me. But you know, people ask for him, and I let him know. And so it's like, can you do it he says, can you do it like at 5 in the afternoon? I was like, no, I'm not going to drink coffee at 5 in the afternoon. I won't be able to sleep. So, yeah. So hopefully soon we'll get Richard. So encourage Richard, folks. Encourage Richard Dolan to get up and be part of Coffee and Vinyl. And so things like that. Anyway, thank you so much, Allan. Allan, stay right there. I'm going to end this stream, and then we'll have a chance to say goodbye. But everybody have a wonderful day. Take care, and we will see you soon. And go check out Allan's channel.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate everybody that stops by. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Thanks.
Thank you much. Bye-bye.